Hi, my name is taghrid. I'm going to be talking about business energy company. Beach Energy Limited operates from the energy sector and it is listed on the ACX. It is based in Australia and currently deals in exploration and production of oil and gas. Beach became famous, and with the interest in ventures, they were able to break even in the operation. The current strategies they have enlisted to ensure success. The business areas and establishment and co-locations. Beach Energy Limited is one of the major corporates, as we said before, listed on the ACX. The firm operates from the energy sector and it is a gas and oil production and exploration magnate based in Australia. By the year 2014, Beach was recorded as the largest corporation with onshore operation in the oil sector in Australia. And for them, safety is vital in all the operations, and they have continually made a name among the giant firms which operate from the energy sector in the region. They are highly committed to the improvement of economic, social, and environmental outcomes for all the stakeholders while handling their sustainability with precision. This has enabled them to become one of the leading firms in the energy sector in Australia and around the globe. They are now the largest producers of oil onshore segment in the regions. Now, I'm now going to talk about the financial results and the revenue. First, I'm going to share a picture screen. Okay. The revenue of Beach continually went down from 2012 towards 2016 by a small margin of 23.32% during this period. They managed only 558 million in the year 2014. The reason for this low record was a result of their inability to lower their expenses, the cost of goods sold, selling, and the interest they paid. As a result of the inability to reduce their figures, they ended up reducing the net income by 14.53%. Initially, the organization had recorded a loss of 14.10 million in the year 2012, a figure that increased further in the year 2016 to 488.50 million, with a net profit margin of 18.18%, a gross margin of 25.11%, and an operating margin of 20.13%. They are actively working on the strategies to ensure better results to come in 2017, as we can see in the graph. During the same period, Beach has recorded a return on assets of 8.06% and a return on equity of 12.12%, as we can see in the graph of the net income. Now I'm going to talk about the cash flow, which is here. The cash flow per share stood at 0.1566, with a cash flow for every share of 4.46, as we can see in the graph. The year 2012 recorded the highest cash flow, while 2015 saw a downward trend. There were, however, improvements in the year 2016 were a positive increment of 16.98%, a margin that the organization believed will increase in the coming year 2017 in the financial year. During the period, the organization had a book value per share of 0.6044. I'm just gonna share the screen. That's the cash. And the tangible book value per share of the same figure. They are therefore a perfect choice for any investors, and they have currently made changes to their strategies to ensure better results in the future. I'm going to talk about the industry trends. According to Massinos, the gas and oil industry has been forced to survive amidst a tough time in the past. They were occasioned by the low price of the vital commodity coupled with its weak demand in the internal market. This had most of the companies curtailed their operations elsewhere while finding it hard to come up with a strong strategic plan and decision for their future operations. The past years has seen the industry changing almost every time because of the prices of oil, which were fluctuating around the globe. These prices are usually viral, as they dictated how operators in this niche distribute and produce their products to the consumers. While low prices, organizations in the energy sector struggle to break even as they continually spend more on the expenses and costs as opposed to innovations and discoveries. Throughout the industry, the overall effect on cash flow have been seem to be material with marked share prices. Despite all this, most companies in the energy sectors, Beach included, have demonstrated their resilience and desire to succeed in their operations. For this, Beach has got strategies. Beach has in the past came up with different strategies that they deem vital to their operation to ensure success. Their main strategies are to explore the copper basins, have strong financial position, have all-rounded operation in the East Coast oil business, and find other new opportunities that are compatible with their main objective, mission, and vision. The idea of having a strong financial background made them start optimize their position in basins. And this will greatly assist them in building complementary business empire that will lead to increased revenue and profit in the long run. They purpose to navigate the current condition in the market with the main aim of having a blend of different growth capabilities coupled with other defensive characteristics that are consistent with their main goals. The company assets are currently operating under optimal levels with a better yield than 2016. They have supply understanding with their organs, a fact that has enabled them to have a higher return despite the low prices of oil in the region. Through the operation cash flow, Beach easily funds their programs of drilling, even though they will be curtailed in future due to conditions in the market. They have a better development and appraisal activity coupled with a balance in the exploration field, which give them hope in the future while in the industry. They have also made it a priority and strategy to look for discoveries and exploration, and this landed them to eastern flank, with other appraisal being followed in the western flank. Under this strategy, the organization planned to start testing coal that are deep in the southern part of the copper basin. With the desire of increasing their revenue and profits in the future, the company is already investigating other new opportunities outside the basin, in accordance with the set strategies. With the commodity cycle being down, the organization plans to have a lower for longer type of scenario, and this will enable them to break even within shorter periods. For their current and future market potential, I just want to share a screen. Sorry, just 1 minute. Okay. Share a screen. Okay, as we can see here, this is the current future market potential. The current market of organization operating in the oil and gas industry indicates an uncertain future, and this is similar case with Beach. The firm has had its fair share of problems, and by 2016, they were able to break even. The market has not stabilized fully, but with a slow recovery process, they have came up with different strategies they think will help them succeed in the long run. The levels of consumption of gas and oil are ever increasing with changing prices as shown in the graph below. But with proper mechanism, Beach will succeed in the operating through streamlined cost and better strategies. My conclusion is that Beach's organization is worth investing in, and this is because of the market potential and resilience. Even when faced with hard economic period, the future of industry is bright. And even though riding on a cyclical form of business, there is a hope of higher prices. Supplies will go down of demand. The need to start moving gingerly. However, improvement on the part of prices will not be quick, while supplies will be curtailed by the reverse cuts that are currently ongoing. It is therefore not a surprising phenomenon in the future to see increased prices of oil because of OPEC news rule of cutting down on production. This will give the organization like Beach an opportunity to be strong with the stronger figures. It is anticipated that they will be able to increase the capital expenditure by a higher margin of 7% after 2015, which is good. With assets deals, Beach will break down towards the end of the first quarter in 2018 without a problem. This information will assist potential investors to understand the industry and how the company is operating for the purpose of making better and success choices before investing. It is also vital to note that with a better management capabilities in the organization, Pitch will deliver better results in the future without increasing their expenses and costs. Thank you.